On August 15, 1769, a boy named Napoleon Bonaparte was born on the island of Corsica. Corsica had just become part of France, and life was full of change. His family was not rich, but they valued education and discipline. Napoleon loved reading about heroes and battles, dreaming of a life bigger than his small island. He once said, "Courage isn't having the strength to go on. It is going on when you don't have strength." At age 10, Napoleon went to France to study in military schools. He learned math, strategy, and how to lead men in battle. By 16, he became an army officer. Young Napoleon worked hard, studied history, and practiced discipline. Teachers noticed his sharp mind, though some thought he was stubborn. "Impossible is a word to be found only in the dictionary of fools," he once said, showing his early determination. During the French Revolution, France was in chaos. Napoleon saw opportunity at the siege of Toulon. He led his troops with skill, defeating enemies and gaining fame. Soon, he became a young general. In Italy, he won battles that amazed the nation. People admired his boldness and courage, and he became a symbol of hope for France. Napoleon led an expedition to Egypt to fight Britain and explore new lands. On land, he won battles and showed his brilliance, but the French fleet was destroyed by the British at sea. Despite the hardships, Napoleon studied Egypt's culture, history, and science. He brought scholars and scientists to study the land. This campaign taught him that leadership required knowledge, planning, and patience. Napoleon returned to France and acted quickly. In 1799, he seized power through a coup and became first consul, the strongest leader in the country. He reformed the government, built schools, and strengthened the army. He believed in order and discipline. As he said, "A leader is a dealer in hope." France now had a strong, determined ruler. In 1084, Napoleon crowned himself Emperor of France by placing the crown on his own head. He showed that he ruled by his own authority. He reorganized the country, improved education, and built roads and bridges. The people admired his vision and energy. His rise from a soldier to emperor inspired many. Napoleon led France to many victories. In 1805, he won the famous Battle of Austerlitz, defeating Austria and Russia. He expanded his empire and placed family members as rulers of European countries. Everywhere he went, he was known of brilliant strategies and strict discipline. History is the version of past events that people have decided to agree upon, he said, showing his awareness of legacy. Napoleon made a risky decision. He invaded Russia with a massive army. At first, they advanced, but the cold winter, hunger, and constant attacks destroyed most of his soldiers. This campaign became one of his greatest mistakes. He learned that even the strongest armies could be defeated by nature and planning errors. After Russia, Napoleon faced enemies everywhere. In 1814, he was forced to give up power and was sent to Elba, but he escaped and returned for the 100 Days, regaining power briefly after losing at Waterloo. In 1815, he was exiled to St. Helena, a remote island in the Atlantic, where he could never escape. "Courage above all things is the first quality of a warrior," he said, showing that even in exile, he valued bravery. Napoleon spent his final years on St. Helena, reflecting on his life. He passed away on May 5, 1821, at age 51. He is remembered as a brilliant general, a determined leader, and a man who changed Europe forever. His story inspires millions, proving that ambition, courage, and strategy can shape history.